scores a lot of points.
Okay.
I have Ronnie Brown.
I'm trying to make you look gay a little bit.
Yep. I have Ronnie Brown.
Okay.
Who happens to be the #1 fantasy football running back.
Who would have knew that going in?
I maybe the guy that drafted him.
Oh. Now, I really enjoyed the smack talk about Keith Kenton that you picked up.
Kenton Keith.
Kenton Keith, yeah. Kenton Keith. And you're like, whoa, Kenton Keith. Woo, Kenton Keith. Now, he's probably going to be back on the bench now.
Well,
he's what we call a one-hit wonder.
So let me remind you that we're in a keeper league.
Okay? Sure.
So when I drafted Kenton Keith, I didn't even draft him. I picked him up, free agent. So just diamond in the rough. I picked him up simply as a backup to Brian Westbrook and Ronnie Brown. Westbrook and Ronnie Brown are my two starters, my two horses. Kenton Keith is just to get me through the bye weeks. Which, by the way, go look at last week and his point production.
Yeah.
A lot of that is luck, I will say, because N.Idaho was hurt. Kenton got the start. Just happened to work out to be my bye week.
Hurt the Brew Crew with N.Idaho hurt. I think the Brew Crew started N.Idaho. You got to wonder if Les is actually looking at his lineup. There was the whole controversy a couple weeks ago with his wife doing his lineup, blah, blah, blah. The beast is way out of there. Who's your favorite one-hit wonder group, by the way?
Like a music group?
Sure, yeah.
Devo.
Oh, Whip It.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of another one. We should dress as Devo for Halloween. That would be good with the little hats and the tight shirt.
I think I still have my outfit from high school.
I think I could look good in the tight shirt. I think you could too. You're looking really good, buddy.
Thank you.
Seriously. Let's talk a little bit about this year. Last year you came in the league and you're basically known for obviously not wins or losses. Well, maybe losses, but more for the smack talk. No, it's right here. Remember?
Oh,
if you finished your beer first, you got it. Dane was the first to finish his beer, so there you go. You get the prize beer. The big thing with you kind of busted on the scene and you really mixed up the smack talk. It went from, wiener jokes and I did your mom to a sophistication, higher level of thinking. A lot of, I'll be honest, as the commissioner, I get a lot of phone calls saying, I'm not sure if the man whores are ripping on me. They call me up and they're like, the Moshan's a little confused. Sometimes Aaron's like...
That's the crack he's smoking.
I see. But this year there has been kind of a lack of smack.
Well, I think I mentioned in one of my posts, was it a post or an email or something, but I'm maturing. And so it's just, I think, a little beneath me. I'll put something out there if I feel it's worth something or I want people to hear me. Other than that, I just will let the record speak for itself. Granted, right now it's a little weak, but it's simply because of my QB output. I see.
Now, like you said, there is still some smack talk on the board, and the few comments that you've made have been hilarious.
Well, some people upset me.
Have been they make me laugh. It hurts my gut a little bit. Who do you enjoy battling against on the old board there? Who do you like talking smack to? Is there anybody that you feel is like, that person is worthy of some smack talk? Because I know some people you feel are not worthy at all.
Most are not. I don't think I have a favorite. I don't. My victims are random, depending on their. Every once in a while, somebody gets brave enough to say something that they shouldn't have said, and I jump on them.
You make them pay the price. You're like a python.
Ram it down their throat, and then you don't hear anything back. And then you get one of these girls that'll come on and they'll try and get involved, but it just doesn't work, ladies.
Well, Jen had some good smack this week. I enjoyed Jen's smack a little bit about Romo playing on both sides of the ball, being the homo reference that we made earlier. I thought that was kind of a little clever. No?
No, not really, because I can see her husband leaning over her shoulder. Put this, type this in. You should say this. You think I should? I think that's what's going on.
Well, I should have asked him that last week if that was going on. Let's talk a little bit about a story we've been following. The Norm Buds rise to fame in our league and the Spades' unfortunate fall. We've been talking about the Norm Buds every week, and a lot of people are like, dude, get off the Norm Buds already, but they've been undefeated. But last week they finally lost. They finally lost to Jen's Pussycats. Are you surprised with the run, though? Norm still got the best record in the league, 6-1. Are you surprised by the success of the Norm Buds? A laughing stock last year, and even this year at the draft. He kept Daryl Jackson. Do you remember that?
I am a little surprised, but, with any... these drafts, and I'll just stick to the drafts. Let me find Norm Buds on here real quick. So anytime you come to a draft and you draft based on player ranking. So it's your turn to draft. You've done no homework. I'm going to take the highest rated player that's left available. That's what I'm going to take. Okay. And that's how you base your draft. And that's okay. That's what people that don't know fantasy football do.
Are you saying that Norman does this, or?
Yes, I'm saying that Norman does that to some extent. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He does no homework, so he picks based on that. And that's okay. And sometimes that works because those players sometimes will work out.
Sure, sure.
But I'm looking at Norm's. Tony Romo's. He's as much of a fluke as Mark Bolger is a fluke.
Being Mark Bolger negative, Tony Romo positive.
Exactly.
Sure, sure.
Okay, going off of history.
I'm following you. By the way, I just want to say that you are very wise. I feel like you don't even have to say a word, and I'm gaining knowledge.
You
here.
should.
Okay.
And then, so we're looking at Norm's lineup here. So we have Romo quarterback. Granted, good team, good quarterback.
One of the top scorers, even with 5 interceptions last week, he still scored like 19 fantasy points.
He did. But mark my words, first half star, second half dud.
First half, gosh, I gotta write this stuff.
First half star, second half dud. What you saw Monday night against Buffalo, more to come. He's going to suffer bad against the Patriots. 2 bad games in a row, it's going down from there.
Oh, you don't think he's going to have a good game against the Patriots?
No, not at all.
That's going to be tough.
That's going to be very tough.
Is all this advice free, by the way? I don't have to pay anything
free
for this? Okay,
Very
good.
free.
Good.
So he's riding the Dallas train a little bit. He's got Ron Dane.
We just, the
Dane
aforementioned
again.
Ron Dane, he scored 10 fantasy points for him last week.
Yeah. It's not going to last. He just doesn't have any staying.
Can't
He doesn't have any staying power.
wait to the Fantasy Bowl where you play the Norm Buds and you have to go up against Ron Dane again.
Braylon Edwards.
I've heard of him. Yeah, Cleveland, I think. He had that real good game against the Bengals.
If you were to put this up in this lineup up anywhere, this is a 500 team at best. So he's gotten lucky. I haven't looked at how he got to 6-1, but he's had some lucky weeks. Houston scoring, I just don't get it. So, what was your question?
Well, are you surprised? Do you think the Norm Buds are for real? I guess they're 6-1. They got the best record in the league. They went off the the 6
How many games do we play in a season?
Well, 24.
Okay, so he may end up 6-24.
No. 6-24
Possible. It's
Norm
possible.
Buds. Now, the other side of the coin, we're going to look at the Spades real quick. My brother's team, 0-7. We had my brother on here the first week. Now, when I looked at his team at the draft, I thought Robbie did a much, much better job than he did in years prior.
He's the Spades.
Yeah. He's never had a winning record. He made the playoffs when he was a lottery team. Actually,
He's not going to have a winning record this year.
Well, it sure doesn't look that way. Are you surprised? And like I said, I thought he had a better team. Now he's gotten desperate. He just released Jay Cutler, picked up David Garrard, as you see on the screen there. But he had Terrell Owens. He had Cedric Benson. He also has Rudy Johnson, who's had injury. He scored 87 points last week, still lost. He went up against you and the A-Dogs, who had a great week last week.
Yep.
Is there any hope for the Spades out there?
No, not with his lineup. There's not. Hines Ward needs to get healthy.
Yeah.
For him.
Yep.
But David Garrard, you should have stayed with Cutler.
Well, he also had Kelly Holcomb on his. He went with Kelly Holcomb and David Garrard over Jay Cutler.
Yeah, but I think Holcomb's was. Tavares will be back, right?
Yeah, I don't think Holcomb's going to start much longer.
But Cutler over Gerard for sure.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it was a mistake. In fact, I called Robbie in on the phone, and I'm like, I think you made a mistake on
As a
your
matter of fact,
ad
did
drop.
anybody pick up Cutler?
He's still out there.
Oh.
Yeah, he's still out there. This is breaking news. Jay Cutler is on the free agent. Maybe on the man horse soon.
Maybe.
So you think it's another long winner for Robbie?
Robbie will win 2 or 3 games. That's it.
So now there's 17 teams in the league. You've gotten to know a lot of the people in the league.